Hello, my name is Rami Peters. This is day 2 of my 75 soft challenge. I am 56 years old. You'll see my weight in this video, and I am 5'8". Let's see where this goes. Enjoy the video, guys. Okay, so I'm getting my day started. I've got my pedometer, and you can see it's at 0. And I've been charging my Fitbit. It's a whole story with my Fitbit. It's not the correct time. It says it's 3:20, 0 steps. So we're gonna walk, and I'm gonna see how we do with these two. My Fitbit is no longer synced to the Fitbit app because Fitbit was taken over by Google, and I absolutely refuse to make another account. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I have enough Google accounts, thank you. So I'm not gonna do it as of today. So that's why the time is off. But as you can see, the steps were 0. So that's where I'm starting my day for steps. We'll see how far I get today. Wish me luck. How many steps are you gonna do? Guys, it is 11:30, and believe it or not, I am just now getting, I can't do this one-handed, can I? Oh my gosh. I am just now getting my first bottle of water, but I wanted to show you that I am getting water. I'm really used to drinking a bunch of water, so to me, the fact that it's 11:20 and I have to drink, 4 of these, it'll be okay. But I just wanted to show you my first glass. Wish me luck. Hi guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about my weight loss journey and kind of talk to you guys out there if you're wanting to do something like this. Kind of, I just kind of want to talk about it a little bit. And, weight loss sounds simple when you hear it explained in a sentence. So when I'm going through, it's, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, eat a little less, move a little more, stay consistent. But it doesn't, just because something sounds simple doesn't mean that it's easy. And most of us that are trying to lose weight are not doing it in a sterile environment, right? We are trying to lose weight in the middle of our real life, like I'm doing right now. I'm doing some dishes, and I have my husband's lunch to make. He's getting ready to work. He eats a different diet than I do. And I need to be, aware of the fact that, I'm making meals for 2 different people. Real life isn't just going to pause because I've decided to get healthy. It's, he still wants his chips. He still wants his candy. I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying that's reality. Your alarm is still going to go off in the morning. If you have kids, they still need breakfast. Your work still needs your attention. We still have bills to pay. Our relationships are still requiring effort. So, the stress in different ways still is showing up, and it's sometimes kind of trying to get in the way. And somewhere in between all of that, we're expected to meal prep, track our calories, drink enough water, exercise consistently, get enough sleep, manage our stress, and somehow still stay motivated. And it's no wonder so much of a struggle, including me, right? We're not lazy. It's not that we don't care. It's just it's complicated. I think most of us start a weight loss journey with kind of a vision in our head of what that's going to look like, maybe waking up energized, choosing healthy meals every day, hitting the gym 5 times a week, feeling stronger, more, just more confident with every passing month. It's just, everything's going really well in your head. And then reality arrives. The first week might go really well. I mean, I'm only on day 2. So, then the second week gets a little harder. Then maybe work gets busier. Maybe a family member needs help. Deadline appears. Maybe you get less sleep than you usually get. You miss a workout, then you miss another workout. Then you're grabbing takeout because cooking feels impossible. And suddenly, everything that vision that was in your head a few weeks ago that was so clear, it just feels like it's slipping away. And this is where we kind of start telling ourselves a story. I knew I couldn't do it. I always quit. I don't have enough discipline. I'm just not one of those people. But that's not true. Life got in the way, and life gets in the way of everyone. Everyone. People who, succeed eventually, those aren't the people who never faced obstacles. They're the people who learn to keep on moving when obstacles appear. And because weight loss isn't about having perfect weeks, right? It's really not. It's about surviving imperfect weeks. And there will be days when you're motivated, when healthy choices feel completely natural, you're just in that vibe, you're in that mode. Days when your workout is enjoyable and the scale moves in the direction you want it to. And then there's going to be days when none of that happens. When you're exhausted, when you're stressed, when the gym is you're like, I just can't do it. And some days eating healthy is just going to feel like one more damn responsibility added to your already overwhelming list, right? And those days matter more than the easy ones, because this isn't about building success through perfect conditions. It's building it during difficult ones. Anyone can stay on track when life is calm. Anybody. The challenge is to stay connected to your goals when life becomes chaotic. And maybe you've experienced this before. You start off really strong. Everything feels different. You're excited, you're focused, determined. And then something unexpected happens, right? And a weekend becomes a week becomes a month. Before you know it, you've convinced yourself that you've failed. But missing a workout isn't a failure. Having a stressful week isn't a failure. Eating foods that weren't part of the plan isn't a failure. Stopping completely is what creates a problem. And the difference is that successful people don't treat setbacks as the end of the story. They treat them as part of the story. Think about how often people approach weight loss with an all or nothing mindset. I know I do this. I'm guilty of that. Either the day was perfect or it was ruined. Either the meal was healthy or the entire week is a failure, right? I could just go on and on. Same with the workouts, same with everything else. But progress doesn't work that way. Real progress kind of is in a gray area, right? It's not linear. It's just not linear. It's about choosing the healthier option when you can't choose the healthiest one, right? It's walking 20 minutes when you don't have time for an hour. So it's just small things. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it. Just don't, if you're doing this with me, or if you want to start doing this, the challenge is that we often underestimate the power of the little, tiny, small actions we take, because we overestimate what should happen immediately. We want dramatic results. We want fast results, visible results. And, frustration can take over when you don't see the scale moving, when you don't feel like you look different in the mirror, But this isn't just about losing weight. It's about being stronger and healthier, more resilient, more capable, more confident. And those qualities can develop long before your physical transformation becomes visible. So making decisions all day is exhausting. All of these things are exhausting, and we know that they are. And that's why sustainable weight loss isn't about consistently pushing harder. Sometimes it's about making things easier, maybe prepping meals, maybe doing little things like that. So I want you guys to stay focused and stay motivated if you're doing this. And if you want to just start right now, just start right now, right? One day you'll look back and realize, wow, I could have started that day. But even if not, just start right now, Just start right now. So, yeah, I'm rooting for you guys. And, you know, if and when we do succeed in this, right? The reason that you succeeded wasn't because life got easier. It was because you learned how to keep on going when it didn't. And that's where our real transformation begins. That's where it's at right there. You start to realize, wait, I can do this. I can make time for this right now. Wait, I've got 10 minutes. I can do this. So anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, this is the end of water bottle number 1. It is currently 1:17. That's the only thing I don't like about this water bottle is it's a little hard to get up. So 1:17, I'm going on to my second bottle of water. It's a lot easier to drink the water when you're thirsty because you're walking or outside, you know, when you're active doing things. It's a lot harder when it's like cold outside and raining and stuff like that. So, okay, 1:17. On to my second bottle of water, and let's just do a quick check of my pedometer. So I am at, see that? 35:16 is what it says. Does it look back? I think it's backwards, but it's 35:16. Okay, and my watch says 37:39. Okay, so there is a discrepancy. Let's just split it in the middle. Okay, we're gonna do a step check. So it is 2:34. As you can see, the only actual, you know, clock I have is on my phone because my Fitbit is not working, but it is 2:30. Okay, and we have 2 camps here on how many steps I've walked. So my pedometer is reading 59.75. Oh my gosh, that drives me nuts. And my Fitbit is reading 6,123. You guys can read it better than I can probably. So again, it's 2:30. I've gotten the majority of my steps in. I'm still working. Oh, look at this little man. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm still working on my water bottle, but I did just come in from walking. So I will down this probably and get a third. When I do, I will go ahead and record that. How many steps have you done so far? Okay guys, so it is now 2:41. It's just after when I filmed the steps. This is my third bottle of water. I want to talk a little bit about this. So you're probably wondering why I said initially that I'm drinking a gallon of water a day, because 3 liters is 101 ounces of water. It's not 128. The gallon of water thing comes from I'm just struggling today. The gallon of water comes from the 75 hard challenge. So on the 75 hard challenge, it's a gallon of water. On the soft challenge, it's 3 liters of water. And I want to be really clear that it can be really dangerous to drink too much water. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. So, you know, if you want to do the 70 days soft, you're going to have to drink 101 ounces of water or 3 liters. However you want to calculate that. It's kind of hard to calculate that. It's kind of easier to do the 128 in my opinion. But don't overdo it with your water. Make sure that you're getting lots of electrolytes. You know, you know, right? I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, but it's just, I was thinking about that when I was doing my water, because I tend to drink a lot of water. Water is really good for you, but some people have, you know, imbalances, and it can be hard to drink 101 ounces of water. That's a lot. And you know, can potentially end up in the hospital if you're drinking too much water. So just make sure your electrolytes are okay. Make sure you're eating a really healthy, well-balanced diet. I will be going into my lunch today. I will show you how I make my lunch, what my lunch consists of. Yeah, so I'll be going into that. But just a little note about water. So just be careful. But if you're going to do the 75 soft, just be prepared because it is 101 ounces of water. And that can be a little overwhelming. You know what I mean? So spread it out more throughout the day. I'm drinking more because it's really hot outside and I'm exercising. So I will definitely slow down. This is my third one. So I can guarantee you I will not be drinking this one as quickly. But I try to end my water consumption as early in the day as possible because I don't want to be up all night, people. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, I promised you I would show you my lunch. And so this is a very, very simple lunch packed with lots and lots of protein. It'll get you through. So I have an eating schedule. I'll go into that in another video. But anyway, we're making a protein shake. So let me grab a spoon. I forgot my spoon. So what I do is I use soy milk, silk soy milk, a cup. And this soy milk actually has 8 grams of protein in it. So it's 110 calories and it has 8 grams of protein in it. So I use a cup. I love my measuring cups. Okay, put that in my Ninja thing. Aren't these adorable? They're so cute. Okay, then I'm going to add 1 scoop of this Optimum Nutrition whey protein. This has 24 grams of protein in it. Yes, 24 grams. It's 120 calories and it has 1 gram of sugar and 1 gram of fat. So really good stuff. So with this, I just make sure that it is a level scoop. Put that in there. I don't really tend to put these in any type of order. Now for extra protein, I add in some Greek yogurt. I happen to be using Zoe. They didn't have it at Safeway when I did a reorder, and I think it was Faye, which it's fine with me as long as it has a good amount of protein. This has 11 grams of protein. It's 110 calories for 3/4 of a cup, but I'm not going to be using 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to be using half of a cup, okay? So 3/4 of a cup is way too much for me. So let me get my half. I have. How cute. Look how cute. See, and it just has the measuring thing right there. So I'm going to do half a cup of this. Okay, and you can use, you don't have to use Greek yogurt. I just recommend not getting one that has sugar in it or oils in it or anything like that. Okay, there's half a cup. Okay, I'm not gonna need a spoon. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hold on, I'll get it in a second. Now, I have my blueberries. I only use wild blueberries because they taste better and they're actual blueberries. They're not the weird, huge blueberries that you get in the store. This has no protein. It's 80 calories a cup, but I'm not going to have a cup of blueberries. That's a lot. So I'm going to use my scale here. Where's my half a cup thing? I'm going to use half of a cup, which is going to be 66 grams. It's just over 66 grams, but we'll do 66 grams. Now for this, I do measure out because it's hard to, I hate the way they have these bags. It's hard to measure blueberries. Okay, I'm good with this. This is 61 grams, okay, as long as it doesn't go over. So let's put those in there and spill them all over the place. Good job, me. Okay. Okay, and what I forgot to grab was, my counters are clean. What I forgot to grab was some ice, because it's hot outside. I want some ice, and I usually put in 3 ice cubes. You're like, oh my gosh, woman. Yeah. Okay, and remember, this is my lunch. So this is a total of 275 calories. Okay, so it's a lot of calories. I mean, it's not a lot of calories, is what I meant to say. What I was trying to say is that it has a lot of protein in it. Hold on a second, here we go. You're gonna blend this up. So you hear that sound? And it's this nice, thick, I just drink it right out of here. So this is my lunch, okay? And it comes in at approximately, let's see, 24 plus 8, so 32 plus, just say 6. So it's got 38 grams of protein in it, which is a ton of protein. All right. Yay, cheers. Hey guys, it is 10 to 5, so it is time for a step check. I think I understand now what's going on. So here's my pedometer, 7732, and here is my watch at 8,039. So I think what's going on is my watch, when I had it on my Fitbit app, I set my strides. So the pedometer is not set to strides. It doesn't know how long my stride is. I have a very long stride. I have long legs. So I think that might be it. Yeah. Hey guys, just a check-in. So it's 16 after 6 o'clock. Now, I am with my pedometer at 9732 steps, but with my Fitbit, I am at 10,079. Now, I'm stopping because if you remember, my Fitbit, it says it's 10:33 and in the PM, okay? It's not. It's 6:16. Okay? Trust me when I say it is just after 6, okay? It really is. It's just, it is. My watch is off, okay? So what happens is when it turns to midnight, it'll zero my steps out. So I have to finish them by 6. So I'm okay with that. And I know since it's only 6 o'clock, I'm definitely going to get, you know, any extra steps on my pedometer, and I'll show that at the very end. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. So let's see, daily 45-minute workout. I definitely did that. I still need to read pages. I don't take a progress photo. I think you're supposed to. Oh no, wait, I did yesterday. Yeah, I'll take a progress photo. And then, you know, I need to, oh, I slept for about 7.5 hours last night. Can't fill that in yet. My dinner, I haven't had my dinner yet. So I do still need to fill some of this in. So when I've done that, I will let you know. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know what I was reading. The Birth of Britain, Winston Churchill. I have a kind of a funny story. So basically, this is the only book, I think I told you guys, I don't know if I told you guys this or not. This is the only book in my bookcase right now, any of my bookcases, because we're moving and they're all packed. And so it's very interesting though so far. I'm just kind of, obviously the very beginning of the book. But yeah, this is the book I'm choosing to read because of that. Now, I have read Atomic Habits. I have read The Mountain Is You. There's other really, you know, great books that I have read doing the 75 Soft. I'm definitely going to have to order maybe a book or two during this challenge because you know, this, what, I'm going to be done with this. Not, I mean, I don't know. It's got 500 or like 500 pages. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm reading. Just wanted to let you guys know. And I am almost done with my day for today. I'm almost completely done with everything on my list, and I will show you that later. Okay guys, I have finished for the day. I am just going to write down my final steps, 10,656. What did I say? I just read it. 656. And I am done. I am done for the day. So today's goal was 10,000 steps. I did say yesterday I wanted to walk more than that. I did walk more than 10,000, so I did, you know, surpass my goal. Nobody's perfect. I mean, you know, I'll get there. Had my diet, read my book, did all the things, and tomorrow we're gonna see if this number changes or not. I'm super excited. Let me know down in the comments how many steps you walked today. If you walked, if you didn't, don't worry about it. There's always tomorrow. So with that, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I will see you tomorrow.